Similar to the right click that is present in Windows, which you emulate from a keyboard with Shift F10, and which provides a contextual menu related to the item on which you invoke it, iOS also has a context menu. This is invoked by triple tapping, that is tapping 3 times with one finger fairly quickly. You can also invoke it with a double tap and hold gesture, meaning again with one finger, you tap twice quickly, and then with the second tap, you continue to hold for a few seconds until the menu comes up. If you're using an external Bluetooth keyboard, the command is voiceover Shift M as in menu, with your voiceover key being as you have set it in the voiceover settings. So for example, my voiceover key is set to caps lock, so I can use caps lock Shift M. If using a Braille display with a Braille keyboard, the common iOS Braille display command to activate the context menu is space with dots 3, 6, 7, and 8. Other specialized keyboards may have special commands that are unique to them to enter this menu, and if you have one of those, I would suggest that you consult those devices' documentation for that proper keystroke. While there is an actions rotor item available in a lot of the places where you may wish to invoke the context menu, and while the context menu does duplicate some of the functionality of this actions rotor item, there are unique functionalities as well in the context menu, whether those are shortcuts to commonly used application features, or whether they are shortcuts to features that would often take several more keystrokes to invoke if you are simply accessing them through the app itself and not by the context menu. So it is a useful feature to remember and to know about. We'll take a look now to give you just some of the idea of various context menus, but of course this is by no means complete. I will begin in Safari.
Safari.
I'm on the iBug site, and if I go to a link on this page,
Events link.
if I invoke the context menu now,
Skip to open button.
that skip to was not part of the context menu. That was simply voiceover reading a part of the underlying page. On my phone, I did feel a tap tick indication to indicate that this menu is active. And so I'm simply going to repeatedly flick to the right here.
Open in new tab button. Open in tab group button. Download linked file button. Add to reading list button. Copy link button. Share button. Dismiss context menu button.
So you see here certain options which are available in different other ways, but in some cases might take quite a bit more of gesturing or keyboarding to accomplish. For example, here you can select the open in new tab to immediately have that occur, rather than if you were not using the context menu, needing to go to the tabs button, then select new tab, then type in the address of this page. So the context menu is quite useful here. Let's explore the context menu with some different apps now.
Messages.
For privacy, I will not go through this messages menu, but what I will say is that in terms of unique features to it, it gives you shortcuts to message your 3 most recently messaged contacts and to create a new message.
Health.
Let's take a look in the context of the Health app, invoking this context menu again.
Remove app button.
Some of these items are common to all apps' context menus on the home screens.
Require Face ID button.
So this is an option here as I flicked to the right, this Require Face ID, which is available not from the Actions menu. That is only available here from this context menu, this option to lock your access to an app through Face ID. We'll keep flicking to the right.
Edit home screen button. Medical ID button.
And now we begin the app-specific context menu. So for example, this medical ID, this saves you from having to go into the Health app and then selecting your profile and then your medical ID. We'll keep flicking to the right.
Browse button. Sharing button. Summary button. Dismiss context menu button.
So again, some useful features here with the context menu. We'll take a look at a travel app, a rideshare app, which you may be using, and that is the Uber app.
Uber. Add home button. Add work button. Share app button. Require Face ID button. Delete app button. Dismiss context menu button.
So here you see that the app-specific parts of this menu come first. And the only reason that it is saying add home and work is that because those locations already show up in my recently taken addresses list. I simply haven't formally added them, but if I had, and this actually might be my incentive to do so, because I do actually have this added in Lyft, which has the same type of option. Invoking this context menu would enable me to request a ride to those frequently traveled to locations with less keystrokes, certainly, or less gestures, as the case may be. And so I would invite you to add the context menu to your iOS feature toolbox and to explore it. You may find some interesting new ways or faster ways to accomplish your favorite iOS tasks.